very low barrier to get into the Gronk Squad.
That's crazy.
We've committed to do the daily talk show for 10 years.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Put it in the calendar.
That one in.
Just like to check the temperature in the room.
I told you my squeegee story.
It is outrageous. Come on, let's go.
It's the Daily Talk Show, episode 973.
Georgie boy.
I forgot I was doing that bit until just then when you sat down.
I was about to. That's why I was flagging to you. What number is it?
Oh, really? You were actually going to do it?
I was going to do it.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, you are filling in for Josh Janssen today.
Yeah.
You're sitting in his seat.
Yep.
How's it feel?
Feels good. I mean, big shoes to fill.
Wow, not as big as mine, mate. We know my foot size is bigger. One of our best YouTube videos or most viewed YouTube videos is whose foot is bigger.
Yeah, but Josh had a wider girth from memory.
Well, his foot is more flat. I mean, saying it's wider is just like saying, yeah, he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
Versus, muscly guy.
What size shoe are you?
17. No. I'm 13 or 12 and a half or something. What size are you, George?
Well, this is the thing. I think I'm a 9.5, but I'm actually a 10.
Okay.
I always buy my shoes too small.
Why?
Because I don't like the look of like big shoes. Mainly for when I play soccer, I'll buy my shoes. Like I'll buy like a size 9.
Yeah.
My toenails will be done.
Why would you buy bigger shoes if they aren't required? Like, you don't want to buy smaller shoes. Buy the size that they are, because then you've got the right size fucking shoe, George.
Yeah, I know. Like, these are 10. I think my shoes are 10.
Okay.
But, I don't know. I've just always liked the look of people that had small shoes.
Well, shoes do look better when they're in smaller sizes. So, when you go to a shop, mannequins, the clothes are smaller than most, than probably the average. Shoes, maybe they're the average. Maybe the average person... Well, when I say average, I just mean the sum total of people and the shoe size that fits majority is a smaller shoe. And so for me, I can't fucking find shoes. Jess paid me out this week. She's like, mate, get new shoes, because I've got these Adidas runners that are awesome, comfy, but they're a bit fucked underneath.
Yeah, right.
And so when I walk, I think she can see, my foot come up and see the sole of them. Mm-hmm. Sure, it's wearing it. Sure, it might get a bit of wetness when it's raining, but I don't wear them when it's raining. But the reason I haven't bought one, I went shopping for shoes on December, in Jan, trying to find the right one. Couldn't find it. Not the right size.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's Fat Friday today. JJ is feeling a bit under the weather, so he's just taken a nice long weekend. It is the long weekend.
It is a long weekend.
Yeah, we're going to the long weekend. I mean, it's all you've been talking about. When's that public holiday?
Well, I got an email notification the other day saying Jess Lucas has cancelled Anzac Day public holiday.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, Jess is very organised. So she's putting in when we're all having annual leave, just so we're not planning and booking and shit.
Yeah.
Man, it hasn't occurred to me. Like, public holidays haven't really occurred to, like, come into my mind for the last 15 years based on having my own business. I just haven't thought about it. I end up taking them, or I do a little bit of work, but it's not the same mindset as when you're working for a big media company like you.
I know. And last year, or the last couple of years when I was working at an ad agency, I was only doing like 3 days a week. But one of those days was a Monday.
Oh, mate, you were praying for the day that you had to work falling on an annual leave day. So you'd end up having to do 2 days of work. Yeah. Or when you went to 2 days, falling on a fucking...
When I went to 2 days, over Christmas, I took 2 weeks off and I took 2 days of annual leave. So that was good.
You're bringing down big business, George, but not ours. You're lifting up our big media company.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
So it's Fat Friday. What are we doing, George?
Well, seeing as I am filling in for Josh, we thought we could buy each other something that's filled.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what have you got? Because
this is like, what's it called? Bonton? It's
one of those little
Asian grocers. Yeah. It's like, hang on, I've got the receipt in my pocket. It's, they're like in the CBD. Can't find it. Lost the receipt.
Oh, no.
Anyway, Bon or something. They do like Asian bakery treats.
Yeah. That are all wrapped individually in plastic.
Yeah. And so, they're not afraid of some landfill. Anyway, this is your filled thing. I don't know what you're holding.
Yeah. So I actually don't know.
It looks like a burrito, dude.
I thought it was going to be dense. Like I thought it was like a really thick sausage roll.
Yeah.
But it's actually quite light.
And yours looks like children's food. It looks like a Twinkie, like a little hot dog bun.
Yeah.
But the hot dog, like the sausage is stuffed inside, so there's no like slit at the top like a sausage sizzle. Mm-hmm. Anyway, here you go.
Slide it over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is a pillow. So what you've got me, I can already see spring onion, like cut. It smells as much as
Oh my God.
Oh, it's got seaweed on it, man.
See, I thought it was sweet, but is it?
I don't know. I'll go first. Here we go.
You eat.
Okay.
Oh! Really?
Oh! What the?
What's wrong with it?
It's seaweed. It's spring onion. It's fishy.
It's
Dude,
massive.
it's massive.
It's like the size of your shoe.
Oh, I'm annoyed I've lost that receipt. It's somewhere, but it's got what we ordered on it.
How much did you pay for both these things?
$7.10.
All up?
Yeah.
That's not too bad. This one, so this is like your little hot dog, like a mini hot dog in a bit of bread.
Yeah.
I've pulled it out. It's like wet.
Wet? What do you mean?
From oil.
Go have a bite.
Oh my God.
George is very vocal about food that he doesn't like.
I vomit very easily.
Do you?
Yeah.
When was the last time you vomited?
Last time I vomited. It's got to be recent. Like shots are a big one for me. I just vomit from having shots. But there's so many stories of me vomiting as a kid. Like I vomited when I scraped Wheat Bix into my cat's bowl.
Why? You just
the look of it, just scraping it in, just like the sound of it like landing in the bowl made me vomit.
You'll be one of those dads that's changing nappies and just like,
yeah, I couldn't do it. No.
I was surprised that I didn't have more of a like a sick estate changing nappies, because some of them are absolutely putrid.
Oh, I can imagine. But one time I vomited. I just came home from school and Mum's like, "Get your lunch box out," and I opened it up, and all that was in there was a container of Ribena juice, unopened. Hadn't even opened it, and I just looked at it and spewed.
Why?
Don't know. Ribena, yuck.
Can you pass me yours?
You want to try this?
Because it didn't make you vomit.
No, it's actually, I mean, it's not good. It's like a little footy frank in a piece of oily bread.
Yeah, and when you say oily, it's also very sugary, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going the other end.
Apparently,
it smells like a croissant, like one of those cheaper croissants.
Yeah. Apparently, Subway bread is actually classified as cake because it's so sugary. But it's
who
not
likes
good,
those?
Who actually eats this stuff? Can I try yours? Just
get in the bucket.
I want to see how bad this is.
Go the other end.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the size of a burrito.
But it's like the lightest bread. It's like cakey bread.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, it is seaweedy.
Here we go.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Sorry.
That's bad, isn't it? The worst is the seaweed taste. Do you want to just have some of the bread? Just break off some of the bread to eat from the... Seriously, get that out.
God. My eyes are watering.
You're an animal for getting that.
All right. Sorry about that.
All right. Today, we're going to have a bit of fun. Mm-hmm. What are we doing, Georgie?
Well, I just thought before the show, I'd go through some old episodes and find some quotes, and you have to guess who said it.
Yeah, but we're not going to hear the audio. We're just you're going to read it out. So it's a bit harder. So, all right, go.
I was meditating on the words "don't fart, don't fart, don't fart."
Well, Josh doesn't meditate, and so so it makes sense that Josh said that based on
he doesn't know what meditating is.
well, it is. His mantra is fart. That's Josh Janssen.
Yeah, it was Josh Janssen. He was talking about he was getting a massage.
Yeah,
and he felt like he was being rolled out like dough.
Oh,
like
yes. Yeah. That was when he was in Dalesford.
Yeah.
and he was with Bree.
Yeah.
And getting rolled out.
Yeah.
Rolled out like that, the doughy bread that we just ate, the oily dough. That is funny.
All right, another one. I say Hyundai. Oh, what a feeling. Hyundai.
That was me. Because the fucked up bit is I own a Hyundai, but that's the Toyota. That's Toyota.
Do you and Josh both own Hyundais?
Yeah, we do. And they're not
What's
even,
Josh got? He's got an i30.
He's got the i30, which is the...
Is that good?
Yeah. It's a great car.
He talks about it a lot.
It's a great car. Although he did mention this week that he did buy it was an Avis rental car.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, they're great cars. They're cheap in the scheme of cars, and they're very reliable, cheap to service.
Did you hear about...
what a feeling. Hyundai.
Did you hear about the generous thing that Josh did the other day?
No.
You won't believe this.
Okay, what happened?
He drove me home
He drove you home.
from here.
Okay, that's generous. Because we know that Josh Janssen's rule is no backtracking.
Yes.
Like and he doesn't live near you anymore.
No, opposite direction.
Did he ever drive you home while you lived right near him?
No.
Because he would have had to backtrack 1 kilometre.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a bit annoying.
But we used to walk home a bit together. I used to go past his house.
Yeah.
But then now he's moved to Windsor and I'm in Fitzroy North. Totally opposite.
I reckon there's a higher chance of Josh Janssen walking someone back to their house and backtracking back to his than when he has to drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because then he gets more steps in. Then what I'm realising is that's selfish. But it's also generous.
Yeah.
Generous. That's really generous.
I know.
I mean, the thing is, we talked about generosity this week as well. And generosity is each to their own. Well, I think we all have a version of what we're willing to be generous to. And he's very particular.
Yeah. Well, I think in his words, it was, I'm generous, but on my own, I'm generous, but
on my own terms.
On my own terms. Yeah, that was it. I'm generous, but on my own terms.
Which we
by
then
definition
is
not
selfish.
But yeah, that was very generous. Jess actually
That's
said,
really
let's
nice.
drive George home. So Jess was in the car too.
Okay.
But we got, it took ages. The traffic was so bad. And so I probably could have walked home faster.
Yeah. I mean, I give you lift times sometimes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I give you lift times sometimes.
Yeah.
Just know I don't really feel like it. But just know.
I know. It's a nice thing to do.
It's like
Amy's always offering.
Yeah. But the thing about doing things for other people is you're usually putting the other person first before, like it's being put out is one thing, like where literally I have an appointment and I can't miss it. If I drop you home, I will miss it.
Yeah.
That's different. But Amy and I were talking last night, it was my brother's birthday and I know he doesn't want me to put myself out for him, but I said to him, I want to come over for dinner, which is like, mum and dad's place is like 45 minutes from the office, probably 50 minutes in traffic and then another 50 minutes to home. Mm-hmm. But I was like, that's what I want to do. Like I see that as, I almost lean into the pain of how it puts you out.
Wait, so you wanted to go over to his house for dinner for his birthday?
Yeah. Because it's like, I see that as the effort that friends can put in. And so it's not all the time that you feel like that, but I feel like when...
Was he having a dinner or did you just go,
we didn't end up doing it. He didn't want, but he's the type that wouldn't want me to put myself out.
Yeah, right.
And a lot of people are like that. They don't want someone else putting themselves out for them. But that's the gesture and that's the generosity.
Yeah.
That I can't even claim because I didn't go. But like... what I'm speaking to is the feeling that people have, and I've had it. Oh, don't put yourself out. No, you don't have to go out of your way. Actually, I don't probably feel like that as much. I don't mind. But a lot of people I know Josh struggles with that. I reckon he would be more likely to say no because he's thinking so much about the other person and empathizing for how they might feel.
Yeah. I think I'm similar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's annoying to put people out, but it's interesting the scale at which people feel other people's pain in the being put out.
Yeah.
But no, I like dropping you home.
Oh, thank you.
Because I like the compliments when you're like, mate, I don't even have to direct this guy. He knows
Seriously.
the streets.
Like, I've grown up in a family of terrible directioners.
Yeah. You grew up in a family of Melways or Sidways.
Yeah.
And my dad is a GPS system that I've taken.
Yeah, right.
You're scrambling through pages to find the fucking directions and using your finger. In my head, beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, so you can just go somewhere and you just know. Do you think, like, are you good with north and south and east and stuff?
Oh, only if I...
Like,
only if it serves. So, like... so, say if you're in New York, bad case because I got lost there and Josh would pull me up for sending us the wrong direction. But give me a couple of days, I've downloaded it. So, you know, the uptown, downtown, or in Los Angeles is like... Where's Santa Monica Boulevard? Where's 3rd Street? And so you start then sort of anchoring. So where's north side? North of the river, south of the river, east. And then I think like Eastland. So it's out that way, east, and then west. And so you start then attaching it to areas. But no, like my dad could like turn and be like, that's fucking southeast. He like really he's a compass.
Yes.
And
that's impressive.
So what I do is I imprint my mind with like an aerial shot of where I'm at. And so I have like a good sense on, right now I know all directions.
Really?
Punt Road. So
see, that I can't do.
That's going up. That's going down to Brighton. That's going back to Kew. That's going, towards City. Fitzroy Gardens is right. I'm
actually very impressed with that.
But you got to think about it. Think about
as soon as I go into a house and I'm like, turn one corner, I'm done. I don't know where. I don't know where anything is. Like, I'm always going like, oh yeah, just up Fitzroy, but just pointing to wherever. Like,
I love it. It's almost like it's probably my ego. But when someone in a house says, oh yeah, it's just and references like you just said to Fitzroy,
and you go, no,
that's not the right way. You're pointing the other way.
Like from here, I actually don't know. So you go out there.
Think about where we're in the studio right now. The side that you're sitting on, is parallel to Punt Road, Hoddle Street.
Yes.
And so once you know that, so the line of where does Hoddle Street go?
So my house, you go up that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's got it right.
There you go.
I love that. All right, next one.
All right. Oh, by the way, that last quote was from the first ever Fat Fridays.
Really?
Yeah. Do you remember what you had?
Was that the Hyundai?
Yeah, the Hyundai one.
No, I don't.
Episode 219.
Yeah.
Donut King.
Oh, yeah. We would...
In Rowville?
I think we'd been on a shoot, Josh and I.
Yeah.
And then we were out in Rowville, right near his parents' joint. And we went and got hot donuts. Like just, they've just come off the rack. Like just come off the conveyor belt and dropped into the sugar. And just rolled around and given straight to you.
A 6-pack of cinnamon donuts from Donut King is the best.
Dude, the South Melbourne market in South Melbourne, which is over that way. As a kid, I went there and I just got these hot donuts.
Yeah.
Hot donuts, dude. Just hot, just. Anyway.
All right. Okay. I've got some bad news for you. We lost the entire show.
That's we lost. It's the only show we've ever lost outside of a few shows where one was out of focus, one was blown out, one was shot in 11,000 ISO. And so Josh refused to use it.
Yeah.
I wanted to, but then I wanted to use the out of focus one too. But I'm glad we didn't. That's why we got a good partnership. So
you've done 3 episodes that
we
hasn't
used.
seen the light of day.
Yeah. But this one specifically, we actually lost it. We lost the audio file.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the walkie-talkie show where Josh had his walkie-talkies and went back to his apartment, which was near our old studio. And he was calling back to us through the walkie-talkie. Oh, he had a walkie-talkie and was speaking to somebody in the city.
Yeah.
From a high-rise building, Russ Keys. And Josh was on the phone to us and it was coming into the Roadcaster at the time, what we used. And then, so Josh has said it.
I think this is actually you on the phone to BK.
Oh, no. We've lost the whole show. So, so the reason I thought, because Josh lost the whole
You probably
show.
both said it, to be honest.
Josh walked in, excited, happy that we've just nailed this, and stepped on a cord which pulled out the power to the roadcaster and corrupted the file. It doesn't save down automatically.
Yeah.
Or it's writing to the SD card, but then when it's pulled out with the power, there's some kind of, this was early days of the roadcaster too, so there might be some kind of firmware update that will capture it and stop it from being corrupted. So the file, we could see it.
Oh, right.
Wasn't working though.
Oh, that's so sad.
We weren't going to get it.
And you said it was the best episode ever.
Well, it was amazing because think about this. The CBD is like 3-4 Ks away, like maybe 3 Ks away from Josh's old apartment, and line of sight. So there's like the big sky rise, and then Russ Keys is up in the Telstra building with his walkie-talkie, and Josh has been able to connect through on the channel, and you can fully hear each other.
That is weird.
It was cool. It was cool. Oh, I'm looking at.
I keep thinking I've got like seaweed in my teeth or something.
Dude, you're lucky. I didn't even have that. Like as a go back to it. The worst thing about that one you got, that I got, the little sausage one, is the texture of the sausage, how it bursts.
Yes, that's right. It's so tight. Like, what's in those things? Lips and assholes.
yeah, of a pig.
Yeah.
And
Could
a cow. Who the fuck
maybe.
knows? It's, yeah.
All right, this is an easy one. It doesn't matter how much water I drink at the moment because of the amount of coffee I'm having. I can't get clear piss. Impossible.
Josh.
Yeah, it could be from any episode. That was actually from episode 480. So it's been happening for a while. How about this for an idea?
All right.
If we could we put up the overexposed episode, sell it as an NFT?
Nah, it'd be interesting. I think you have a listen to it before you start throwing out these crazy ideas. We actually went a bit negative, I think.
Oh, really?
It was like on our LA trip. So it's in Santa Monica, and we're on the sand. No, sorry, not Santa Monica. Venice Beach, California. And we've set up the camera on the sand.
So how far into the trip is this?
The last day.
Oh, yeah.
On the way to the airport.
Oh, God.
We went to Venice first to do a few things, and then we did this episode. And we're sitting on one of those iconic beach boxes, like Baywatch vibe. Like we're sitting on the side of one of those. So behind it's a great wide shot of that.
I think we've put some shots in like the montages and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But the episode itself was, I don't know, because we were reflecting. It could be interesting to listen back to.
Yeah.
Would you try and find it, and if and we'll put it up somewhere, and if people want it, if you're a true Gronk and you want to listen to it, email hi@thedailytalkshow.com, and George will maybe send you a private link.
That's a good idea.
I wonder if we actually brought it all together though. I wonder if you'll be able to find it. Either way, email if you want that and you want to listen to it. But yeah, I think after Mr. 97's on it.
It'd be it'd be early 500s. It would be.
Must be because it would be at
19 or something.
Well, it'd be around then, but we never released it, so we wouldn't know what episode it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, we and then Josh and I had a classic blow up after that. And, wow.
And then, so did you do then you went to the airport and recorded
In and Out episode.
Was that straight after?
Straight after.
Really?
Yeah.
So you guys do a good job at like pretending everything's fine because it seemed okay.
Yeah, I mean that was the first 2 weeks of the year for us.
Yeah.
Not that everything wasn't fine. I mean, there's fucking perspective in any moment. It's like, how severe is it? How bad is the situation really? And so we're just professionals, George. I've like being on radio. That I remember there was times feeling like I was having that sort of having a little fucking blow up with my co-host, which just happens in the relationships because you're working so closely and there's, wanting to do something one way, I want to do it another way, or ideas clashing, or just being tired, like traveling's fucked. You think about fighting it, you would have fought with Hannah while you're travelling.
Yeah.
Or at least had like a heightened response to something that wasn't really necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it's based on you feeling tired, you're probably hungry. It's like heaps of things. And so my point about the radio stuff is you have to turn it on. No one really wants to hear the
so true.
sad state. Although like this week and last week, some of the episodes have got a bit dark. But then it's interesting because they end up resonating with people. And so how do you know what to do? How do you know when to share the negativity? Because sometimes that can be a real saving grace for somebody because it actually helps them a lot.
Yeah.
Like someone's relating because they're like, I'm in a dark space right now.
Well, this is one of the takeaways from the Billie Eilish doco that Josh has been talking about.
All right, Josh.
Like, she's like one of the biggest pop stars in the world.
Yeah.
Probably some of the most unique sounds, of our time, I reckon. I love her. I reckon she's great.
Yeah.
And most of her songs are quite depressing and sad, but they resonate with all these 18-year-old kids. And, then you got like the labels trying to get them to write a pop song. We need a pop song. And it's like, but these kids are like, she's just writing what she's feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which happens to be pretty depressing. But everyone's resonating with it.
Oh, I think what resonates, everyone's felt a version of sadness.
Yeah.
Not everyone has had to grieve in the same way, but you can grieve about losing a mate that you're just not friends with anymore.
Yeah.
But then you can grieve when you've lost a mate who's passed away. And so we're all experiencing we're all experiencing versions of pain, sadness, happiness, excitement, anxiety. And so that's relating. Like you can think about I remember music can really shift your state. And there's something about leaning into the pain that can be satisfying in this weird way.
That is weird, isn't it?
Like having a breakup. Think about breakup songs.
Adele.
Yeah, or like not even uplifting ones. Some that just like...
Well, yeah, if you're sad, you want to listen to sad music.
Yeah. But I was going to say, when what you should be doing is trying to seek out positivity, but then maybe not. Maybe that is all a part of the process. Like to feel the sadness when you've lost somebody is a big part of grieving. Like you have to feel it and be like, oh my God. And if you don't do it now, it may come up later because it's so natural to, feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Josh is coming back on Tuesday. He's
coming back Tuesday.
He's not dead.
Yeah.
But no, you guys do a great job, especially you, Tommy. I reckon you do an awesome job at just like supporting Josh and Josh supporting you when you guys are arguing or you have different opinions. You kind of talk about it early and listen, and it all works out. And it's nice to be around.
Thanks, mate. There's no other way to do it with Josh. Yeah. To not talk about it.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Which I think I get around because it's probably not my go-to. You like getting something talked about and out of the way and like sorted straight away, or like wanting to get through it.
Yes.
Straight away. So my initial response would probably be to let it breathe, or I could do a good job of like maybe not putting the energy into it, or the sort of leaning into the emotion of something.
Yeah.
But then that doesn't serve sometimes. So it's like, that's why it's a good combo, because Josh sometimes actually realizes that we need to fucking hit the pause and not delve too much into it.
Yeah.
And wallow in that negativity or that sort of feeling. And then other times we do it and do it together. So it is, Yeah,
that's like
give and take.
Yeah, with like people say that Hannah and I don't fight that much. We don't really fight that much. But if we do have a little argument or disagreement, we are very good at just like talking about it straight away. Not those like those couples that are like real stubborn and they just don't like 2 days, like they go for like 2 days without talking to each other. Like
I could not do that. No, actually, in saying that, I think I like Amy and I want to talk about something straight away.
Yeah.
But then she, so that's maybe when it's like with someone close, I want to talk about it straight away. But then Amy's version of like needing the term, I've got to process something. Like I don't want I want to get to it now. And so the processing is really positive in some respects because it allows you someone like Amos to sort her thoughts a bit and really
true.
understand how she feels because she's actually...
Sometimes forcing it early is the wrong thing to do.
Exactly. And so, yeah, it's a balance.
Yeah.
I think Josh and I have a good balance of that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm meant to be positive, so...
Yeah, you meant to wrap up the show. This is
Josh. Am I wrapping it up?
Josh.
All right. Well, happy Friday, everyone. Send us your... What did we ask for again?
Oh, yeah. So we've asked if you want to hear the episode that never made it because it was not even blown out. I thought it was a great looking shot and you could grade it, but you're an editor, so you might be like, absolutely not. I'm not releasing this trash. But it's like bright blue sky.
You're giving me an out.
It's a bright blue sky. It's like, anyway.
All right.
If you want that, hi at thedailytalkshow.com. Address it as, what do you want? What's
blown out episode private link?
That's a bit. Just maybe put GB in the in the subject. GB for Georgie boy.
Yeah.
And then just say send it.
Send it.
Send it.
Yeah.
Send it.
All right.
Happy Friday, Gronks.
Happy Friday.
Love you guys.
Thanks for having me, Tommy.
Thanks, mate. See you on Monday, guys. Love you.